So it looks like the people of Chicago has had enough. They're tired of it. They're in an uproar, and they are not happy. They have all right to be, right? But you get what you voted for. You see, a lot of people don't waking up because what after Lori Lightfoot, we see what her track record was, and it was horrible. But Brandon seems like he in a race to beat her track record, because this is what he said not too long ago. Right? He was saying that how it's gonna take a little while for you to see some type of change. After so many years, how are you gonna see some type of change when things are getting worse? You think you're gonna try to make things better when it's getting 10 times worse? Let that make sense. But the people of Chicago, I don't know. It might be too late. Maybe this is a step in the right direction for the next election. I don't know. But they are not having it. They are not falling for the tricks. They want to see change, and they want to see change now. And with that said, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you like, share, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section, and let me know what you think about the video in the comments. And with that said, let's get into today's video. Wow.
De 3 meses en un refugio donde sufrimos el terrorismo, la discriminación. Necesitamos de su ayuda, necesitamos ayuda para los niños.
Crazy.
En el tema de la salud, hay muchos niños enfermos, hay mucha basura.
I want to say real fast to the black community of this town, in the words of Malcolm X, we've been hoodwinked, run amok, bamboozled. Mayor Johnson, I need you to listen. I need your undivided attention so that you can hear what the soul of Chicago is like.
Yeah. Ooh, talk to him. Get him.
That probate division. It's not just the immigrants that's coming in and bogarting our communities. That probate division with the public administration office is illegally taking our properties.
Ooh, she is not playing.
Being used to free everybody else except black people. You sending our money to Ukraine, to Mexico. And they don't even let black women in their borders. FYI, in the Ukraine. Homeless black women can't get through the borders in the Ukraine, and we send money there. I'll tell you I'm going there. Yo, it's so lost. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. We send children coming up missing on the border, and Mexicans don't even talk about it. Y'all won't even tell the president to close the border. Close it. Y'all sorry as hell if you are. You are.
See, I told you, they are not playing. They are there and they're speaking their heart. They're letting you know exactly how they feel, as they should. Brandon, look, did you see the way he looked? He looked he look a little nervous on that stage, right? He looked a little nervous because he knows he's in hot water now. These people are done. They're tired of it. Tired. And you know what's even more scary as we're getting more into this video? The scary part about this is that they already got Chicago. There's a lot of hardworking people in Chicago. The majority of them is hardworking people, right? That trying to do the right thing. Then you got a little crowd that caused all the gang violence and the strife. We know that. But imagine a regular black Chicago person got to deal with all of this nonsense that's already there already. Now you got to deal with all these illegals coming in, not knowing who is who they are, where they from, what they about. You have no idea. But at least when you're living in Chicago, you know the gang violence, you know what you're working with, right? But now you got this to deal on top of that. That is more stress. And then they put the illegals ahead of the hardworking people of Chicago. How do you think they was going to take that?
Anger and confrontations all on display as neighbors in Woodlawn gather to talk about what they call big problems at a nearby migrant shelter. New at 10, CBS 2 political investigator Dana Koslop takes us through what happened.
Let them talk so they have a voice.
A call for order during a heated meeting at Woodlawn's Apostolic Church of God.
Who's helping me?
The focus, this migrant shelter in the old Wadsworth Elementary School.
Well, we try to tell you who was going to help you guys, but you guys didn't want to listen. But now this is what you're dealing with. But I'm glad they're waking up. And shout the security guard. You saw the security guard? He was like, let them speak. They have a voice. Hey. Yes, they do. And I hope they use it for the next election.
I would ask you all to go out there at night, in the middle of the night, and see what goes on.
What's going on, according to community members, is loitering, late-night partying, littering, prostitution, and at least one fight between migrants and residents.
It got a little heated. Objects got thrown.
But many of these residents say they no longer have any tolerance for the disruptive behavior by those seeking asylum here. It's making them feel unsafe.
They disrespect us, they rob us, they harass us.
And their patience is wearing thin.
Let me say this. They got one more time to deal with it, because otherwise, next time they deal with it, they're going to deal with it from the streets. We're going to take over it. Nobody's going to be able to stop us from what we're going to do to them.
Much of the residents.
I don't know. I see where the frustration is coming from, why he said that, but I don't agree with that. Fighting fire with fire doesn't really work. And with violence, it really doesn't work. That's going to escalate things to a whole nother level. We got to come up with another solution than violence.
Residents' anger was directed at city officials in attendance, including 20th Ward Alderwoman Jeanette Taylor, Chicago Deputy Police Chief Stephen Chung, and Family and Support Services Commissioner Brandy Kanazi. At one point, police had to intervene, breaking up an argument during public comments.
And that absolutely is a problem.
And Alderwoman Taylor says she's now seen some of them firsthand.
The people who are keeping up the trouble are the people who are kicked out of the damn shelter.
All of the city officials here at this meeting promise that they are working for solutions to make the area around the shelter better for the neighborhood and consequences for those asylum seekers who are found to be breaking the rules or the law. But residents say they want to see something happen and something change immediately.
14 shelters across the city are being used to house migrants. Rogers Park Super 8 Motel, previously used for homeless men, is the latest facility sheltering new arrival families.
The number of buses that we've received since May really makes it challenging to have a finite population because the ball and the goal keeps moving every day.
City officials testifying at a city council committee meeting today admit it is challenging to find shelter for the influx of new arrivals. 12,000 have arrived since last August, many since January.
Just from January to today, we have seen an increase of 43.5%.
The city says 68 buses of about 50 people per bus have arrived since January. 60 of those have come since May, when Mayor Brandon Johnson took office. Migrants are taken to police stations first with the goal of getting them to a shelter as soon as possible. But some aldermen say the overall plan is not working.
We ain't prepared for any more buses. And so what is the plan to say we cannot do it anymore?
20th Ward Alderwoman Jeanette Taylor says there have been several issues at the shelter in her ward. Over 600 migrants are staying at the old Wadsworth Elementary School. And there have been complaints about the lack of security at the Inn of Chicago in Streeterville, where 1,400 migrants are living. Alderman Brendan Riley says while most are obeying shelter rules and city laws, some are not. He says residents reported problems last night.
There's a group of 60 kids, many of them with guns in their waistbands, consuming alcohol and marijuana on the public right-of-way, unchecked. And this is not a one-time occurrence.
Riley and Taylor are calling for a special city council meeting with all departments present to discuss the plan for migrants. The city says there is definitely room for improvement.
We haven't done enough bridge building between the local residents and the people staying in our shelters. And this is, I think, a very significant next step.
Aldermen and women are calling on Chicago's congressional delegation to step up. They say they need help pushing the Biden administration to declare the migrant crisis a federal disaster in order to receive more federal money.
Hey, there you have it, guys. You see it for yourself. But that goes to show you right there, right? Doesn't that show you that you get what you vote for? You wanted Biden, did you get Biden? And it's funny that we see this happening now, because years ago when Obama was talking about the border and how we need that border and that people need to come over the right way, not the illegal way. That this is the left party, right? Now you got it wide open. People are just coming in as they please. That's coming right in, nonstop. Isn't that the same party that Biden's a part of? Obama, why are you so silent about the border? Wasn't it years ago Obama was talking about the border? He was saying it was wrong to have illegals just come right into your country. Why is he so quiet? A lot of people still saying Obama, he's great. So why is he so quiet about this whole border situation? Look what's going on in the city of Chicago. Still quiet. The people are tired, they're angry, they're in an uproar, they're tired, they're sick and tired of the nonsense. Still quiet. But again, you get what you voted for. And it's sad to see what does actually happen because you got too many good people in Chicago that just want to get up, go to work. Don't have to deal with all this nonsense. You saw the white guy when he said about 60 kids, guns, drinking. Like, come on, man. You already got to deal with all the unnecessary stress in the community already. Now you put more baggage on their back, more pressure, ignoring all their pain and struggles. They voted you in for a reason. Do your job. They will do everything else except their job. Because you know why? They only care about this and their position and power. That is it. They don't care about the people of Chicago. Otherwise, they could stop this if they really wanted to. They can. Where's Biden? Who's the president? Who's the vice president? Where are they? Chicago already have enough violence that is going on. And there's a lot of people that's in this in Chicago that's illegal. You don't know who they are. No identification. That's a recipe for disaster. You don't know who is who, where they from, what they about. That's a major recipe for disaster. So I'm glad people of Chicago are waking up. I think they might have waken up a little too late. So waking up before Lori Lightfoot had left. That's when it should. But you know what? It's better late than never. So I hope they do something. Brandon, do your job. And this is the problem that I have. I'll leave you guys with this. A lot of people keep saying the white man this, the white man this. I noticed in there's a lot of white people agreeing pretty much with what the black people are saying. They both came together. You notice that, right? Stop letting these people divide you with all this race bait and nonsense. Doesn't matter what race. It's what they about. What they are there to do for you. Since you're the ones that's voting them in. Don't let them divide you and tell you, oh, the right is all racist. We are here for the poor people. We are here for the poverty. We are here for the middle class. What have they done yet? Nothing. So his whole term is going to be focusing on illegals. And I know what that means. You're still going to be going through your day-to-day struggles. Everything that you voted them in for is going to be ignored. It's just very sickening to see it actually happening. So it doesn't matter who you vote in there. Like I keep saying, the right is not perfect, but try something different, man. You got to try something different. You never know, it might work for you. But do your research before you make those votes. But it sucks to see what happened, and that's kind of scary, man. You don't know who is who. They got guns. They outside drinking on the corner. And they said 60. Hey, but remember when Trump was talking about the border? Remember when Trump said that? Oh, yes. Trump, how dare you say to keep illegals out of our country? That is racist. White liberals were saying that. White liberals were saying that. Now look, took everything Trump said out of context about the border and made him to be the biggest racist when all he had in mind was a better America. That was it. But hey, let me guys think about the video in the comments. Let me you guys think about what's actually going on in Chicago. It's like one recipe disaster right after. Remember like a month or so, well, no, like 2 or 3 months ago, we had the teen that was downtown Chicago destroying everything. You guys remember that? When I covered that video, they were down there destroying everything. They had that to deal with. Then they had the Walmart situations to deal with. The smashing and grabbing the Walmart, flooding out Walmart. They had to deal with that. Now they got to deal with all these illegal problems on top of all of this. That's too much, man. Hey, Brandon Johnson, do your job. Do what you was hired to do. And you know what's funny? This is what I'm going to leave you guys with. The white man's not keeping you oppressed. It's somebody that looks just like you that's oppressing you without you even noticing it. That's all I got to say for this video. And until then, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. You guys have a blessed day.